Hello, Rancho Cordova residents and businesses. I'm Mayor David Sander. In addition to being your mayor, I am also a virologist, which is a scientist who studies and specializes in viruses. With so much information circulating about COVID-19, also known as the coronavirus, and some of it being misinformation, today I wanted to let you know what your city is doing during this unprecedented time and what you can do to make our community safer. First, a little background. We know that coronavirus has spread worldwide, and while it's not dangerous to the vast majority, it is dangerous to immunocompromised groups. However, science doesn't know everything yet about coronavirus, from how contagious and infectious it is to how many people have it and don't show symptoms. We understand that you are scared, but this is not the time to panic. It's a time for our community to come together, like we have countless times before. First, please know that the City Council, City Manager, and City staff are working with the neighboring cities, the County Health Department, state and federal government, and other organizations to ensure we have the most up-to-date information and direction to make decisions affecting the city. Comprehensive and up-to-the-minute information about COVID-19 can be found at covid19.saccounty.net or at the CDC websites. I also wanted to give you an update on what the city is doing to mitigate the spread of coronavirus. City Hall is open. All of our offices are currently open to the public Monday through Friday between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. However, we highly encourage you to use our online services available at cityofranchocordova.org. We have modified our counter service and are halting all in-person interactions. You may drop off documentation for permits and other submittals at City Hall, and a city staff member will work on your request and contact you via telephone if there are any questions. We are still conducting residential building inspections, but building inspectors are minimizing entry into private residential homes for the health and safety of everyone. Our Rancho Cordova Police Department's public safety efforts continue 24/7.
However, the police station counter is also modifying its counter service and halting in-person police reports and live scan services. Services related to towing and parking are still available.
We highly encourage you to use our online services. We continue to clean and disinfect our buildings, and hand sanitizing stations are available at all of our offices to ensure the safety of everyone. Events. All city-sponsored events and events planned to take place at City Hall have been canceled or postponed. Please note that we are recommending that our community partners adhere to these guidelines as well. In addition, we will not be issuing permits for large gatherings. And schools. All public schools in Sacramento County will be closed for at least 3 weeks. Local school districts are providing students with free breakfast and lunch during school closures. Food pantries in the city are also supporting residents and are open. Information about how and where to pick up these meals is available at cityofranchocordova.org. Now let's talk about the simple things you can do to mitigate the spread of coronavirus. The President and the CDC issued tips to reduce the spread of coronavirus as follows. Listen to and follow the directions of your state and local authorities. If you feel sick, stay home and do not go to work. Contact your medical provider by phone. If your children are sick, keep them at home. Do not send them to school or other activities. And again, contact your medical provider. If someone in your household has tested positive for coronavirus, keep the entire household at home. Do not go to work, do not go to school, and again, contact your local medical provider. If you're an older person, stay home and away from other people as much as you can. If you're a person with serious underlying health condition that can be put at increased risk, stay home and away from other people. Work or engage in schooling from home whenever possible. If you work in a critical infrastructure industry, such as defined by the Department of Homeland Security, like healthcare services or pharmaceutical and food supply, you have a special responsibility to maintain your normal work schedule. You and your employer should follow CDC guidance about how to protect your health at work. Avoid social gatherings in groups of 10 or more people. And avoid eating or drinking at bars, restaurants, and food courts. Use drive-thrus, pickup, or delivery options instead. And avoid discretionary travel, shopping trips, or social visits. Do not visit nursing homes or retirement or long-term care facilities unless you're there to provide critical assistance. And always practice good hygiene. Wash your hands, especially after touching any frequently used item or surface. And avoid touching your face. Sneeze or cough into a tissue or use the inside of your elbow, and disinfect frequently used items and surfaces as much as possible, particularly if other people are touching them. The situation is fluid, but we are monitoring it very closely and will be sending out periodic updates. We have set up a webpage at cityofranchocordova.org for city-specific updates and to encourage you to stay tuned to that webpage for more information. Let's work together as Ranch Cordovans to prevent the spread of coronavirus. Thank you.